All right, we are live. Yes.
Hi.
Hello and good morning. Ram Ram Bula Namaste Salam to all our lovely viewers wherever you are going to be watching us from. This is Poonam again doing a special live session this morning. It's Tuesday in here and I'm signing on from Sydney, Australia. As you have known me for the past 4 years. So thank you to all our followers. Yes, and this is again yet another episode as I had started a new episode from last week where I'm bringing in our digital business journey from real stories from real entrepreneurs. And today is no different, right? So today I've got a very special guest. Sis Kim, she's also based in Sydney, Australia, and I have also met her recently, and we have become so good friends. And she has been in the business, and she's an incredible mama of three, and she is also a hardworking full-time employee, corporate employee, and at the same time she is thriving this online business as well. So not taking too much of your time because she has to go back to work. I would like to thank you, sis, for taking out your time to be here, to be present with us, and going to share your journey with us as well. So yeah, wherever you guys are watching us from, just put in the comments where you're watching us from. So today's journey is all about inspiration. It's about determination and how she has made this possible for herself and her family. So over to you, sis Kim, and yeah, and she's gonna tell us who she is, her background, and everything all about her journey as well. So thank you, sis, and over to you.
Thank you, Sis Poonam. Thank you so much for having me on your page. It's such an honor, and I'm lucky enough to actually met you on our Gather and Grow event. And yeah, it's become an amazing experience, especially getting to meet offline and getting to meet so many business owner that is successful. That we collaborate and we work together. I just feel so blessed and grateful to be part of this community. So just a little bit myself for people who is don't know me, especially on Poonam's business page. I'm Kim. I have been doing this digital business for over 5 years. I started in May 2019. It is a long journey for me compared to everyone else, but every journey is different, and I'm very grateful for how far I've come so far, and just really thank myself for taking action 5 years ago. So just a little bit about me. I've got 3 kids. I still work full time as a recruitment consultant in my corporate space for over 10 years now, and I'm doing this digital business as a mentor and a coach for over 5 years now. So that's just a little bit about me. And maybe I'll just go back to Punna to ask me questions, and then I'll go into a little bit more.
Yes. So yeah, as you know, as you have heard, that she's still a full-time employee, and at the same time, she's still doing this thriving. She's a thriving online business owner as a mentor and a coach as well. So, sis, as I know that you are also a immigrant, right? So, what made you to come from your country to our beautiful Australia? I'm also an immigrant. We all have our stories of being an immigrant and how hard life is and how much struggles we are going through, right? So what made you join here, Australia, and then yeah, and how you started this business as well?
Yep. So in terms of, I came over to Australia when I was 5 years old. So I'm pretty much like I was raised here. Yeah. So my parents actually, we actually went by boat over to Malaysia, and when I was very little, so pretty much like 2-3 years old, we left Vietnam. I'm originally from Vietnam, and then we stayed in Malaysia for 2 years or 3 years as a refugee. I think everyone knows that, leaving Vietnam as well back in those days, and then we get sponsored over to Australia. So when we're here in Australia, I was only 5 back then, and my parents, pretty much everyone go through that stage where they start from scratch, right? They really had nothing at all, and they had to really, go into a new country, start, learning everything, learning English, driving a car, getting a job, all of that hardship, to be able to see my parents, going from that to where they, where they can actually raise us, as I've got two siblings as well, and to be able to get what we have today. And that's one of my reason why I started this business, is because of my parents, right? I see how hard they go through in life, and as a daughter, I want to give back as much as possible for what the life that they given us. So I just want to let them enjoy their retirement years, so they're not getting any younger, right? And for me to be able to do at least something, that was my driving force in this business. Like, that was my strong why in this business, because anything online, I'm very skeptical. I'm one of those person, right? I never click on any link. I never do anything online because it's very nerve-wracking for me. But that was the driving force, because back in 2019, like maybe a lot of you guys see ads and not sure what it is. That was me. Like, I saw an ad, and it resonated with me, because I'm like, I was curious why why this mom is actually working online, earning a decent income, and still have time to spend with her family, right? So I got curious, and I'm like, what is this online thing all about? Like, because I was in that corporate mindset, I was in that employee mindset, and that was all I knew. So my parents was the same. Like, we all know to work hard, and my parents, like, you get a good degree, go get a good job. And that's what we do. Like, we trade time for money and keep on working until we reach 65. That was I think a lot of people out there have that same mentality, right? And we kind of I kind of had to break through that, and kind of like, okay, what's going on in the online space? What's this laptop lifestyle? What people holding a laptop on the beach? So that kind of I'm thinking, okay, I really need to do something different. I cannot keep on doing the same thing over and over again and expect a different result, right? And one of my driving force was my parents. So if I want to do something and to help them, how can I do it with my 9-to-5 job, with the income that I get? Like, that's just going to cap me that limit. And I didn't really want to dream big, because I didn't think that, it's possible for me. But, let alone that driving force, made me go for more, made me want to pursue more. And I'm like, okay, what is it to lose? I'm just going to go and have a look. It's a free workshop. There's nothing to lose for me. And what if it could change my life? What if it could help my parents, And, what if I had more means to actually be able to support more people, to help more people in Vietnam, right? So that kind of lead me to that way. And I'm just forever thankful. I think God kind of listened to that, my desire that I want to help, I want to do more. I can't just do my 9-to-5 job all the time, because that's not going to help me financially, right? To give us the means to be able to achieve that goal, which is to help my parents and help more people in Vietnam, right? So, yep, from that on, everything is history. I watched the life-changing workshop, and that was the step for me. I never looked back since, and I'm just so thankful, because it's not only the financial aspect, but when you gain confidence, you're able to really achieve more, and you want to go for more. You want to just keep on going. Every day is a blessing. Every day that you get a chance to improve yourself, to really grow yourself, and see how you you grow in this business, not just, as I said, financially, but once you grow confidently, you are able to dream bigger. You're able to achieve more, and you're able to reach out your hands to help more people, right? And that's my ultimate goal, is 5 years in the business, becoming a coach and understanding how business mindset works it's a big shift. If people are going from that employee corporate world to a business world and a business mindset, it takes a lot of learning and a lot of road bumps. But I can say that it's part of the journey, right? So when you learn that and you can actually grasp what the business world is all about, you actually take control back of your time and your life, because it's you get to do things in your own way, in your own terms, right? And because I'm in both worlds, I can compare, and it's nothing like the mindset of 5 years ago. my mindset was so limited that I just keep in my comfort zone. And that comfort zone, guys, if whoever is watching this, is not the way to stay, because you are unable to actually dream and have bigger goals. If you want something more, you have to do more, and you have to do something different, right? Yeah. So that's just a little bit about that background and where I come from. But pretty much my Vietnamese is not that fluent, but I'm able to still talk in my language, and I still understand. But because I came over here 5 years ago, I was like, when I started this business, actually, my Vietnamese was really bad. Like, to be honest, like, it's all English, and because I've talked to my kids as well in English now, and they're very hard to understand, like in Vietnamese. But since this business, I learned a lot of Vietnamese too from our Vietnamese community, because we're global, right? And it just depending on our audience and everything like that as well. We have so many business partners that we can connect on a daily basis, and that's one of the things that I'm so grateful for. Like, I learned so much from a lot of people, and especially I gained a lot of Vietnamese like business partner that I can gain more skills in my Vietnamese talking as well. Yeah, and my Vietnamese communication as well. Yeah.
That's amazing to hear from you, sis. So as you have mentioned, no journey is that there's always bumps, right? Here and there.
Exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Smooth, never smooth, right? But heads off to you. You are managing both your corporate world and doing this online business as well. How is it possible that, because there are so many people out there, they always come, they think, oh my goodness, I have got this full time, so how am I going to manage this online business? How are you managing? So you are a true living example of how you are managing. With on top of that, you've got 3 kids as well. So how are you managing that?
I think this question I get asked a lot, which is, in the beginning, that was one of my concerns. When I started this business, I came in and that was one of my concerns, like, how can I do this? Because I have, full time, the kids, and then everything like that, like, it's just full on, right? But then when I came in and I had a look at the system, the way it's set up, this business is pretty much your business. So you work anywhere, anytime, in your spare pocket of hours, right? So it's not like, you have to be at a certain time, at a certain place. You are your own boss. You are working on your own time. And that's where the flexibility comes in, is that many people even have 2-3 jobs in this business, and they are able to cut down to no jobs at all and now working on this business full time, right? And it's so flexible in that way, so that you can transition if you want to, right? But in the beginning, yes, it's a juggle and you have to adapt to it. And it's, like reality, right? Everything you start new, you have to put in your schedule as a commitment. Like, you have to show up for your business. You have to work on it, right? It doesn't happen overnight. Nothing happens overnight, right? And if anyone says to you, like, you go in a business and you start making money straight away, that's not the way to go. Like, you have to run away from it, right? But you come in, you adjust, you learn in the first 3 to 6 months, you get your business up and running, adjust. It's all about time management, right? All about time management. If you are focused and committed, you will be consistent. So when you adjust, And I'm very lucky. I've got my husband that is able to support me with the kids as well, so that I can work on my business. But for me to be committed to this business in the first couple of years, I had to really adjust. And importantly is I stay committed and stay consistent, right? So I always put 2 hours a day, no matter what, 2 hours a day, I focus on my business. And that's where, I start to see results, because it's the consistency of my efforts I put in, and learning the training and learning from the mastermind, learning from the business partners, right? People who come first, people who are successful. And I've actually changed like a lot. I've even invested in like an hour a day for my mindset, right? So that's so important. You investing your time in yourself, in terms of personal growth, and how strong your mindset will be, because there is going to be roads and bumps, but how you react to it, that's your choice, right? You have that power in you to actually make a choice each day, whether you stay in that negative mindset or that positive mindset. It's all about you. And I learned a lot of law of attraction, so I love it. And in this business, like, I learned so much from that, and that's why it's grown me to who I am today, and how confident I can share it with you guys as well. If you look at me 5 years ago, I'm not the Kim that is right talking to you right now. It's a totally different Kim, right? But you have to start and learn somewhere for you to gain that over time, right? All the skills that you learn as well, you have to apply to gain that, gain that momentum and gain that confidence later on as well. So always stay committed, always stay focused. If you really want something or desire for change, it takes commitment and effort. But I adjust my day. So I always stay committed. I always say, okay, if I have to have 2 hours a day, no matter what time, I will have that 2 hours a day for my business. And that's how you can prioritize your work and life and all of that, and your business as well. But you need to kind of prioritize, is it important to you, or is it not? Is it what's priority to you? That's what the important part is, right? If you put this business as first, because it will pay off later, right? So we have to decide whether or not we want to stay and work in a corporate life for the rest of our life, or we want to adjust and start to put effort in the business, so that later on we can enjoy the what we put in, right? What we saw.
Yes,
Yeah.
Exactly. Very true. Very inspiring indeed, sis. So that's how you have been juggling, and still you are managing so well, and there's no doubt you have been showing great result, and you have been seeing success as well. So as you mentioned, it does take consistency. Without doing anything on a consistent basis, you will not be able to see any success. And of course, it's not a get rich quick scheme there you see results overnight. So I have been doing it for past 4 years, and you have been doing it for 5 years, and we are still on a consistent basis. We are going one step at a time, and we are learning every day, right? Every day is a learning.
Exactly. But
Exactly. Yeah.
what's the best thing I wanna add to this is, it's because of the system that we have, right?
Yeah.
It's like I wouldn't be able to jug a business. Let's say if it's a traditional business, no way, I cannot do that, because like, I'm working full time, and that's already like all day, Monday to Friday, right? And how can I juggle another business, especially a traditional business? It won't be possible. I have to physically be there. Whereas this is an online business. So I leverage automation, I leverage technology. And that's the power of like utilizing a smart and world-class system, right? Because it's proven. And we already got the numbers to back it up, that we're the most the biggest community in globally, right? That makes the most sales. So that's the power of utilizing online and utilizing technology, right? So that it does most of the automation, most of that part for you, heavy lifting, so that you can just concentrate on the human elements of it, and put your 20% effort in. That's why we say, for myself, I put 2-3 hours a day, right? Some people may put like 1 or 2 hours a day. So depending on your schedule, as long as you stay committed and consistent, everyone will see that result and see that progress, right? But it's all up to you and what your priorities are. Yep.
So true, very true, sis. Yep. And well, thank you so much for sharing your inspiring journey. I'm pretty sure it has touched so many hearts out there, and people who are still, thinking what this is all about and how we are doing this. And you hear from sis, you heard it from sis Kim, that how she's managing it and how she's been able to do this amazing online business. And on top of that, she's juggling everything in. It's all about priority. Of course, it's all about priority. So if you have a mindset where you have to achieve something, you have a goal, and you want to achieve that, then you will of course make a way to go and do that, achieve that, right? And plus, we are building this not only a short-term business, right? It's a long-term. It's going to be passing out to our generation, and it's for our future, kids' future. So that's what we are building in here. So I'm so glad that you accepted my invitation and you are here to share your amazing, inspirational journey. And to everyone out there, if you are still thinking how this is possible, then you have heard it from this incredible mama of three. By profession, she is a corporate worker full time, and she's still thriving this business. How can she make this happen? Of course, come and listen to this if you have missed it out, and you'll know how this is all done. So, on that note, so I know you're gonna be starting your work very soon. So thank you so much again, once again, for your amazing time, and you have given for me on our page to inspire my followers as well, and to inspire everyone else out there. So to our followers, if you think this is resonating with you, or this her story might resonate with anyone out there, take them in this video, or you can share this video with them, so that that's the main purpose for us here, is to inspire everyone out there, so that we can make a difference in anyone's life, and we are able to help. That's our passion, to help others do the same as well. So once again, sis, any last word of advice to our followers, and then we'll just wrap it up.
One last advice. What I can say is, just follow your gut feeling, right? If you hear this story and if you're comfortable where you are, that's fine. We're happy for you. But if you wanted something different, then you have to follow your gut feeling. Follow what you want, right? You ask yourself, in the next 2 to 5 years, where do you want to be? Where do you want to go? Look at the vision, look at something that you want to head towards, right? And how can you make that happen? What can you do to make that happen? So if these kind of stories resonated with you, just take that leap. Take that leap of faith. Go watch the workshop. You have nothing to lose, because that workshop was a life-changing step for me, right? So it may be for you as well. But if you don't have all the information, then you can't decide, right? So, invest your time in that 90 minutes workshop and just really learn about how, online works, and how that foundation is start up, right? And that's the knowledge. Knowledge is power. So, just keep on going. And then, if it's not a fit for you, at least, you got all the opportunities that you have in your hand to decide what works for you or not, right? But always look at that goal. Just ask yourself where you want to go in the next 2 to 5 years from now. What do you want to achieve? And just have that on your vision board, have it on your piece of paper, write it down. I learned a lot from this business, from, having a vision, having a goal, and be very focused and clear on that, so that you have a roadmap to where you want to go, and improve yourself each and every single day, right? Learn. And that's what I said, learn about, this workshop, because you at least you gain some knowledge around working online and how everything is moving online as well, right? Yeah.
Once again, thank you, sis. So if this busy mama can do it, so can anyone, right? So of course, this is the sign. If you are out there watching us doing this live, and if you're gonna be watching the replay as well, come on, sign on to the website and you'll be given a free workshop. It's 90 minutes worth of time only, right? So that 90 minutes has changed our lives and has changed so many thousands of people's lives as well. So it could be yours as well. So come out and check it out. And once again, thank you to all the followers, and stay tuned as I will be bringing in another live session, and it's gonna another inspiring story about our business and their journey. And we'll be back again soon. So thank you, Sis Kim, for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Have a lovely day, and we'll see you again. So to everyone out there, thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye for now.
Bye.